Sorry, little one.
覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Welcome to Wordbreaker Coo's Reviews. I'm your host, Wordbreaker Coo, and today we are looking at Transformers Studio Series 86 Scourge. This guy is impressive, to say the least. I have been just loving this line since Kingdom and Studio 86 seems to be trying to vastly outdo each other. And if you notice, I got a new intro, I got a new phone, so hopefully my camera's a little bit better, but I'm using PowerMaster, so I might have to find a different video app to showcase this 4K-ness, or at least 180 pp, a little bit better. But this is stupendous. I love this figure, and it did not come with these two pieces here. These are from my Jetfire, but it does come with all you see here. And it's a nice size. Let's get some figures in here so you can get a real good feel for how big this guy really is. Here's the previous Titans Return Scourge. And this has some weight to it. So you can see he's quite a bit larger and in charge. The underside is a little bit different from before. Kind of looks like a shell form from below, and here's what's underneath the wings. I will say this part down here is scary because of how much you have to really stress to get these down. So I will not be transforming him a lot, just to be honest with you. That's the only thing I don't like about this guy, is the stress on the arms in this mode. But other than that, it looks great. And you can do this if you really want to see his head. So that's pretty sweet too. Let's take a look at something else. Look at a Kingdom figure next to him. This is a Voyager size figure, so you can see he's still quite a bit bigger than the Deluxe. And let's throw in Titans Return Cup for good measure. And Cup has a couple blaster effects on him from another figure. And then lastly, we'll get his Wavemate his buddy in, that's actually in another line, the Kingdom line. There is my, one of my favorites already, the, I can't think of his name, Cyclonus. And there is not two different purples here. It looks like it on camera now, which is really weird, because in person it is not like that at all, but the camera's picking up a different tint of purple. So that's very interesting. But all in all, great mode here. I love this. It's nice. It's not a terribly difficult transformation, but again, the only thing I don't like in this mode is the arms being so low and having to tap into these thick pegs. So I'm gonna get him transformed, and then we'll see how cool he is in his robot mode. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And here we have Scourge transformed to his robot mode. And this is a very, very nice robot mode. He is most definitely replacing my old Scourge from Titans Return. There's no doubt in my mind. Maybe I'll make the old Scourge a sweep or something. Who am I kidding? It's going to my son now. He's been asking for it. So he's going to get the old Scourge. But there you go. I love how they did the nails. You know, he's got his paint, his nail game's on point. There's just something so intimidating about this build. The wings, the gun. I hope we get something else besides the sweeps that looks similar to this, because I just like how bat-like it looks. Like, give us like a Batman crossover and give us something like that, because this is just a nice buck. I mean, it really is. It's not it has some faults. The gun looks really good there, but the main issue I have with this is you can't really twist the arm, so you can't really swivel them as well. There's a bicep joint right here, but it's really tight, and they seem to only want to go one way. You can swivel them in, but I have not been able to get them to go the other way without feeling like it's going to break. So you don't have much mobility, I guess you would say, as you normally would on this figure. I do like this gun. I think it is a better gun than we had in the past with previous ones. I don't think the hands move either because I have not been able to get them to move. So he's not as flexible or agile as his buddy Cyclonus, but he makes up for it in just sheer terror with how he looks, because it's quite frightening, to be honest. And the detail there, the back, yeah, there's a lot of kibble there, but it's forgivable considering what he actually transforms to. Yeah, is he more of a shell former? In a lot of ways, yeah. But he's got that pimp game where you can just kind of, you know, put the cloak over him. Like he's just walking down the streets and saying, where's my money? Where's my money? So, you know, you guys are probably like, what is World Breaker Coup talking about? Just go, let's roll with it. Just roll with it. So let's get them some comparisons now. There's Scourge next to Scourge, the Titans Return. So as you can see, the different color blues, and I like this blue, but this looks way better. This is was a good figure. I like this a lot, but it's time to retire this bad boy. And by retire, it's going to my son. That's right. Could back up for sweeps. And then we've got good old Cyclonus. Cyclonus looks really intimidating there. I still love this figure. He's freaking awesome. Although the nose cone was a little bit harder to get it back in place this time around. I wonder if I can show you guys that. Let's see. So the nose cone in here was a little bit, it was split apart a little bit more than I'd like it to be. So I hope that's not a problem in the long term, because I still love this figure. But if you got Cyclonus, let me know if you've transformed him several times and how this is doing. This nose cone piece. Really interested to see what you guys think. Is it holding up for you? I got some concerns about mine, but this is just still an amazing figure. But it's not about him. It's about Scourge. So I like the height difference. I think they look good. And then if you get, and I really cannot wait for us to get the Galvatron. I think Galvatron's really going to set this whole thing off. Let's bring in my Titans Return Galvatron so you can kind of see how these guys look all together. There we go. Yeah, I like that. But what I like even more is once we get a Galvatron that's like these two, because that's going to be like down, just amazing. However, I would not be getting rid of this guy. This is my first Transformers, getting back into figure collecting, because I hadn't got anything until I got him. So he's the one that set this whole thing in motion, so thank you. But yeah, Scourge gets a 9 out of 10 for me. Not much more you can really do with him. You know what, 9.5. He's almost a 10. He's almost a 10. He's a great figure. It's just the main concern for me is the stress on the peg right here in long term. I'll transform a couple more times here and there, and just to see how they're holding up, and I'll give you updates on how my Cyclonus is holding up. Another thing, he's got light piping. See, but they didn't add light piping for him. Like, what's up with that? I know it's different lines, but you could have gave us light piping. Okay, you still could have done that. But until next time, peace and Scourge grease.